Hi, I'm Desa Cavatondo Boydo, and I'm from Raleigh 2nd Ward. I attended the Find a Better Job class last year. I was taking it basically because I'm kind of going through a transition in life where my kids are older, much older, and it was just time for me to get back to work and to try to make some extra money. And so I saw that the self-reliance classes, and I decided to take this one to help me kind of get back into it. I was a stay-at-home mom for, about 18, 19 years. I worked full-time previous to children, and then when I had my first child, I stayed home with them and went back when my youngest went to school. So part-time. So I've been working part-time since my youngest went to school for kindergarten, but have not worked full-time in 19 years. So I just thought it was a good time for me to get back, and this would help me do so. So I registered for the class and went to the first class, and with several other people that were looking either to get back to work after being stay-at-home moms, or were in transition, or did not have a job and were currently looking. And so we started the class, and it was a wonderful experience. And Brother Henderson and Brother Conger were great teachers for us. And it was an abbreviated class from what they previously had, which was good for me because I can't remember exactly how long, but it was like almost twice as long as what we were going to do as an abbreviated class, which worked for me because just for time-wise and just trying to get back into it quickly. But for me, it was completely new game from when I was looking for jobs previously, a different job market, different way of doing things. So it was a great way to learn what was current in resumes, preparing for interviews, and just how things are working now, because back in the day it was you got an interview, they said yes or no, and you were in. Now it's like several interviews, virtual interviews, talking to different panels of people. So it is a different experience now. But through this class, I was able to learn all these new things that I didn't know before. I was able to work on my resume. I was able to work on my me in 30 seconds. Was what it was called, statement, and then our power statement. So those are the three big things that I remember the most. Just getting my resume back updated and in a format that was more current. Really a lot of it is getting the confidence to know what my talents were and my skills were, and to kind of really focus on that. Brother Henderson was great, meeting one-on-one with each of us to figure out what makes us unique, what are our skills, and how do we make those into power statements that we can relate to future employers or in an interview. And the Me in 30 Seconds also was another great way to focus and emphasize what your skills were quickly, and kind of just make a good impression, a good first impression. So those three things were pretty much essential in looking for a job and finding a job. And I would have not known about, I had my resume, but I had not done a Me in 30 Seconds or had my power statements, or even knew what my skills were to express what I could do for a future job. So those were really essential and things that I thought were great with the class, that helped me just gain the confidence that I needed to even get back out there and to eventually get some interviews and find employment. So it's a great class. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And these are skills that you will be essential for you in looking for a new job. And I did get a job. I went through several interviews with a few companies, and I ended up actually going back to a company that I had worked for previously. So I stayed in touch, which was one of my unique traits, was my relationship building skills. I've always kept in touch with the previous employers, and so I worked part-time for them after I had children, and then they more recently for the summer called me to come back and work part-time again. And through that part-time job, I was able to transition into full-time, which I actually just started this week as a full-time employee, working in the same field that I was in, but with the potential of becoming more of a project manager, which is what I was intending to look for. So I'm going to work my way up to do that, and hopefully it'll all work out.